too. Hey everybody, I'm here with Yanko Meceda of Tabanero Cigars right here in Ybor City. Just want to reach out to you guys and just chit chat, just talk. Gotta change what we do a little bit, or I'm gonna change what I do a little bit because of the current times. So if you guys need some cigars, you're gonna be open at least for the time being, correct?
Yes, it would be a great combination. The sweet flan with a nice sombro cigar.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing? Yes, we are open we are allowed 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. We are known for amazing cigars and amazing Cuban coffee.
Absolutely amazing, that's for sure. To say the least. Yeah.
Our Cuban coffee, it was custom blend by Danny Fernandez, owner of La Naviera Coffee Mill.
That's right here, local, right?
Yep. They've been in Tampa for 100 years. 100 years. So Danny was he believed in the brand, and he said, "Yeah, sure, I can help you out with the coffee. I want to do as much as I can right here locally because I believe."
Very good. Guess got some clusters right now, about to enjoy some of the amazing coffee that he's made. So anyways, for the meantime, like he said, you guys are more than welcome to come by, get yourself some cigars, get yourself some coffee. You sell the coffee, correct?
Yep.
That's my phone going off. I apologize, guys. It's just live. Actually, one of the first times I'm doing this.
Yeah, right.
But
You're doing pretty good.
So you do have some coffee to go. I'll maybe turn around the camera here in a little bit after we're done talking and show you the store a little bit. It's an amazing store. I guess there's not that many people around, unfortunately, but you guys can come. And are they allowed to come and sit down here and smoke a cigar? No?
No, for now.
Okay, not for now. So what they can do is grab and go, grab some coffee. They can buy some coffee from you. They can also take cigars. And
As long as we can, we will have some chairs outside.
okay.
So they can sit outside. They're spread, so people
Okay.
can see apart. But for now, we keep supporting our customers. Our customers, they probably self-quarantine themselves at home, and at least it will give them a little bit of sane, of peace of mind, that they can enjoy it at home. Some of the familiar flavors and tastes they usually do during the week by taking the coffee home, by taking the cigars home. We understand that cigars is not really a necessity. It's a lifestyle, it's pleasure. But coffee, you can say it's a necessity. And
It's definitely a necessity to some people, for sure. I know that if I don't drink some coffee in the morning,
you get cranky, huh?
I do. I miss my coffee. If I don't drink coffee, I definitely miss it. Even when it's really hot outside, I have to have some coffee. I do.
I was just mentioning him before he started the life, and that's how the idea of the life came up. That he feels all the time that he's not making enough. And I said, don't feel bad. Welcome to the club. Every entrepreneur that is really passionate about what he does, he always feels that he's not making enough. We always constantly trying to bring it to the next level. We are always hungry. We stay hungry on purpose.
Yep.
That's how we do it. And it doesn't matter how many people going, "Oh my God, you're doing phenomenal, you're doing great, this is amazing." You still have in your mind that there's room to do better.
Yeah, there's always room for growth, no matter what.
Always.
That's for sure.
And it was funny because I said I don't think I had the chance to tell you that I admired his way of PR, personal relations. Thanks to him, we have our cigars in Tampa. In the Tampa airport. I went and did all my certification to the Tampa airport. It was a big deal. They came here to Columbia Restaurant at the beginning before the renovation of the airport, and they give us the whole spiel, and they only want local products and this and that. So I went to a lot of the meetings with the airport. I got certified with the airport, and nothing happened because the airport was bidding on who will take care of retail, and you are at the mercy of whoever will take care of the retail to do business with you. So it doesn't matter. I guess my certification was only to be ready. So at that point, the retailer says, "Yeah, well, I want to carry your brand. I'm certified with you." That's a small business minority.
Yeah.
But thanks to him, thanks to his PR, our brand is in the airport. And he said he was surprised. He said, "Oh wow, really, Yanko?" I said, "We are the last to be aware of how much we have accomplished, because that's who we are. We become a different person every time we hit a goal, and we don't celebrate for too long. A wife or family will go, 'Wow, man, that flight is ahead,' and we go, 'Yeah, it's good, but.'"
Yeah. You're right. That's how I feel about it. I'm glad you're at the airport. I'm glad that was able
Thank you.
to occur. And you're right about what you said about always feeling like about not celebrating what you do because you're always hungry for more. And where's that next level? Where are you gonna go next? What am I gonna do next? And you're right. That's how I feel all the time. This is what I do. Constantly, I'm always thinking about what am I gonna do next? Where am I gonna be? Who else can I sell this flan to? How else can I spread my flan? Like, I want to, the things that I have that I can't say everything right now because it hasn't happened or for other reasons, but there's a lot of different ways that I'm going to hopefully in the near future be spreading my product and the brand not only throughout the state or the U.S., but the world itself. So stay tuned for that. But talking about the airport, are you having problems with the airport right now as far as product being there? For those who are going through the airport, how you doing, Baba? They're still able to get it there right now? They're still stocked, ready to...
Yeah. They placed an order recently, and I think they're good. We are revamping. We're going on the wholesale website where we service our wholesale accounts. We're going from WooCommerce to Shopify, a different platform to make it easy for the customer. And we've been thinking that this year we've been taking the airport's order by email. I think we should do it also through the website. So it's a seamless operation. We go on the website, order, pay, we get the regular order, and we ship the product. So that way, the 6 wholesale accounts that we have, because we don't do wholesale, they will go to our website. The reason why we did the website for wholesale is because in the near future, through manufacturing in Nicaragua, we will start doing wholesale. So we say, you know what? Let's do baby steps. Stay safe, yo. We will do the website, make it work, see that it's working, to get ready for what is coming in the near future. So yeah, the airport has been a bless. Thank you. I can't thank you enough how much the airport has been a bless because they are originating so many new customers for the brand. Why? Because the persons who buy our product at the airport, probably not even the same person is going to try or use it or enjoy it. Probably it's as a souvenir to someone else in another state, in another country. But when that person tastes the passion that we have for what we do, flan, cigars, coffee, they go, wow! I'm impressed with such a little town like Tampa has such a good flan or such a good coffee, such a good cigar. And right there is possible that you originate a new customer. So the airport is a big thing for us.
It's a gateway.
It's a gateway.
The airport is a humongous gateway for people traveling from all over the world to all over the world. Mm-hmm. And you'll never know where your cigars are actually going to end up. Who knows? It could be somebody in the middle of absolutely nowhere in the jungle right now smoking one of your cigars, or on the top of a building in one of the skyscrapers over in Chicago, or somebody surfing just got back to his car after surfing and he's sitting down in his car smoking a cigar and drinking some of your coffee.
And there's no secret that are both of our products, both of our brands that we are doing. Anybody that can hold it on their hands, they can see it. they can spot right away how much passion we have for what we do.
Yep.
The way we present it, the way we package it, the taste of the product.
Well,
So
you definitely got packaging down right. Your boxes are gorgeous. They're beautiful. Your boxes are absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. And I got the. I was actually, how can I say, very appreciative that you actually took me to where you actually make the boxes and you showed me. And I think I actually posted a while back ago a little quick video of how you were making the boxes. But I was, man, the boxes are beautiful. I mean, they really are. If you haven't seen any of his boxes, you can go to your website. What's the website?
For the cigars,
for the
you
cigar.
can see the boxes.
Yeah.
The easiest way would be Best Tampa Cigars.
BestTampaCigars.com.
BestTampaCigars.com.
Check out those boxes. I mean, honestly, the way that you've done these boxes, I haven't seen any other boxes like this in the industry.
No,
they don't exist, right?
They don't exist.
Okay, yeah. I was just gonna say I didn't want to say that, but I'm telling you, I've never seen them. I'm not the biggest cigar aficionado. I'm not as knowledgeable as him, but I can tell you I've seen a lot of cigar boxes in my life, especially here in Ybor City. And growing up here in Ybor City and the cigar shops I've been in, me living here and me going by and everything, and I've smoked my fair share of cigars, and yours are awesome.
Thank you.
By the way, but yeah, these boxes are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it was born out of a necessity. You know that being a small packaging is a big challenge.
Yes.
It's a big challenge.
It is.
Because if you want to do it right, any company that has the capability to do a beautiful packaging, they want 10,000, 50,000.
Yeah.
And we're not at that size to order that many packages.
And since we're talking about it, I'll say this. I've been struggling with that type of packaging, that issue with packaging, for probably about 3 to 4 years now. I've always wanted to have, this amazing packaging for my product. But the thing is, it has to stay refrigerated, and it has to travel properly. It can't be damaged upon travel or in shipping. And I'm going to say something live here. I think I may have talked about this with you before, but I'm going to say this because now's the time. So I came up with a way to actually ship my flan in a way that it won't get damaged.
Because of temperature?
Both because of temperature and the fact that, you normally see a flan baked in if you see a real flan, they're baked in foil containers. There are some ovens which I own, which is what I used recently in the last year or so, which is combi ovens. That allows you to be able to cook in 1 or 2 types of different plastics that exist, but then you can't make your caramel in them. You can't. If you find a plastic container that somebody sells flan in, it's either not real flan because it's gelatin, or they've used a pre-made caramel syrup, which aren't terrible. They're just not real, and
it's not the real taste.
It's not the real thing. And I know in certain instances and in certain situations, that's kind of the way to go. But in my case, I want to obviously always make the very best, using the very best ingredients that I can. So just recently, in October of last year, I actually became the world's first and only certified flan manufacturer that has taken this product and made it to where it is shelf stable for 365 years. 365 days. Shelf stable, no refrigeration. There's not another company on the planet that's gotten that certification.
12 months. Wow.
12 months. And that, like you were talking about, at a necessity, this is a big deal. I haven't made it a huge deal. That's me. But this is a huge deal for the industry because now I can ship this worldwide. And this came out of necessity. I was actually at the Cigar Festival here 2 years ago, and I was approached by an importer and exporter for the Emirate countries and the Middle East. And we went back and forth. The packaging or the flan was not able to ship for that long without spoiling. And because it takes approximately, according to everybody I spoke to, all these shipping companies I spoke to then, roughly 40 to 41 days, and that's if everything goes perfectly through customs. So sometimes you have product that's 2 months before it being received. So I tried to come up with many different ways of how I can do this.
And cost effective. Because
and
if
cost
you
effective.
send them refrigerated, it's going to cost you.
Well, they were over there, like everybody knows, over there money is not the biggest obstacle, but it's still an obstacle.
To be competitive.
Yeah, this guy's he was one of the bigger importers for that area. Had my flan, said this is the best flan I've ever had. Over there, and that was the day that I knew, that was the day that I was, that I realized and was taught and told that over there they call it creme caramel because of the French influence over there, and it's actually the biggest dessert, or the most popular dessert over there in that area, and I did not know that. That's what I was told by him. I know it's a very, very popular dessert over there. So I was like, and he told me this is something that we have to have over there. So that's why I went about doing that. But yes, I became certified in October of 2019, and there's a lot more that goes that's going to come along with that is in the works right now. A lot of stuff is on hold due to the current situations, but after this blows over, I'm going to continue to proceed and go from there.
And I'm sorry to interrupt. This is a gentleman that was saying a little bit ago that he feels he's not doing enough. When he talks about his achievements, I feel that this lifetime is not going to be enough for me to do things like that. To certify a product, to make a flan, a Cuban style flan, I'm taking the. It's me saying. I'm not saying that he does a Cuban style. But as my grandma used to do it, taking a flan to another level that you can shelf for a whole year, a real flan, not jelly stuff that you buy. And he feels that he's not doing enough. Man, you're amazing.
I just feel like probably like most entrepreneurs that I'm trying to be as patient as possible. And that's very difficult because I've always been the type of person that wants something once and now. And I'm learning with everything I'm doing that it doesn't really happen that way. So I'm learning even more patience.
I can share something with you that has helped me out a lot.
Okay.
And I'm still like you. I'm always impatient. But I have learned that what makes us go so fast like that is that we have both eyes on the goal.
Yeah.
Having both eyes on the goal, we're missing a lot of stuff going every day. And those a lot of things that we're missing that are happening every day, that's the experience that we need to gain to get better in our game. So we get desperate with just thinking about the end product. And when these guys approach you to do the business in Dubai, now you're just concentrated on the end, on getting the product over there. And you miss a lot of what's going on in the everyday. So we need to concentrate a little more on the journey, because really the end is when we close our eyes and get out of this world. There's no end, because when you achieve putting your flan over there in Dubai, before that happened, that you see that it's going to happen pretty soon, you're already working on another plan.
Yeah.
So that means that what you enjoy is to stay in the game as long as you can. This business of game, there's no finish. The players, all they got to do is stay in the game as long as they can. So when you're desperate like that, you have to acknowledge that it's not about the end. It's about the journey. Journey. And you're doing it right because you open your shop, you've been buying equipment. We just got to be more aware of that moment and enjoy it a little bit more so we can pace ourselves down a little bit.
Yeah. And that's been a struggle. I mean, I've learned one way or the other. That's exactly what you have to do, what I've had to do. And I've done, because like you said, I'm always focused on the end goal, and I've definitely had to relax on that, because I've definitely worked towards those achievements and slowed down to, like they say, smell the roses. You definitely want to do that. Yeah. And one of the reasons why I definitely like talking to you and coming around here and stuff like that. Is you tell me about my achievements, but I look up to you in that way. Every time I have a conversation with you, you really open up my eyes, and you're for real. You do, and I've told you that. You open up my eyes, and you give me good ideas, and you make me think about stuff a different way, like you're talking right now. You're a very inspirational person. You really are. I mean, look what you've done here.
And I'm the same way you are. I feel that I want to go about my life trying to discover how much I can get achieved. I know there's going to be a lot of stuff that I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. But I want to figure it out before I leave Earth, all the things that I can achieve. And of course, in this industry. And our life is serving others. You serve your people through that good taste, through that good palate of the flat. I serve my people through a cigar, coffee. We serve our people through a brand. And we both understand that we're not working on a product, we're working on a brand. Because products, someone else will come out with a product that is probably not like yours, not better like yours, or worse, but their customer will identify with that product, and probably you lose some sales. So we need to work on branding, because when people fall in love with the brand, it's hard to compete because their feelings are already engaged to the passion that you're putting into your brand. And for you, it's easy to smell, to sense that you're really passionate about what you do, that you already found purpose in your life through this industry.
I definitely feel that way, and I'll tell you, one of the things that really keeps me going, and I'll say this all the time, is when somebody, and I imagine this has to be the same for you, when somebody tastes your flan or your product or your cigar, and they come up to you and they tell you, man, this is the best thing I ever had. I can't believe, or the people that say, I hate flan, and then they taste this like, wow, this is amazing, I didn't know I loved flan. Well, that's because you didn't have a good flan before.
Excuse me 1 second. They got naturals, my friend. We brought naturals already. We got naturals.
The chocolate? Yeah, you got the chocolate.
Okay,
chocolate.
all right, awesome. I'm sorry.
No. We're live here. We're live. We're live, man. So, and the other thing is, too, that is really one of the things that continues to motivate me and keep me going, is all the responses that I get from people.
And let me ask you something. Because I was talking on my life earlier about this, and it's funny that you mentioned it. You had a great set. Let's say you had a great set.
Okay.
You go to sleep, you put your head on your pillow, you tell your wife, or you text her, wow, look what a big sell I had. The next day you talk about it again, about a big sell?
No.
For how long you talk about a good review or a good comment from a
All the
customer?
time. Always. And not only do you talk about it, but it stays here.
Well, what I'm
It
saying
drives,
is,
it's
what
my
I'm
drive.
saying- What I'm saying, the time you spend talking about it, and the energy you put around it, because it's here in your heart.
Right.
When someone recognizes, that we are not faking it, that we are for real about what we do, oh my God, that gives us so much pride. That makes it feel like the world. We have an amazing Saturday in here. We go, wow, we break record, this and that. Monday, we forgot about it. When someone makes a comment and he does it in person, Bob, you're passionate about what you're doing. My God, you see your mom, you tell them. You see your guy, you tell them. You see.
I do. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. And
that gives you an idea. That gives you an idea what is really our motivation. What is really what we aiming for. We want to be the best. And that is almost impossible because, again, this is a personal path, it's a personal preference. Everybody has different palates. But in our own mind, we want to be really good at what we do.
Yeah.
The people, even family, when they see you going out and so hungry, they go, oh my God, this guy only thinks it's about work. He only thinks about money.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that money is the end
It is.
problem.
You need money to make this happen.
To play.
And yeah, I mean, and truth be told, we money is not necessarily my motivator. My motivator is I do this and I don't feel like it's work, you know. And I used to hear people say that, and I was like, you know, that's just BS. That's seriously, I always thought that's the biggest BS line I've ever heard in my life. Okay, sure, yeah, you don't feel like you're working. Well, I can tell you that I've worked harder with what I do now than I've ever done in my entire life. And it's been the biggest struggle that I've ever had in my entire life. But the crazy thing is that I get up and I do it, and I enjoy doing it every single day. And I say to myself, either I'm too stubborn to quit, or this is just it means this much to me.
This is my purpose.
This is me. This is what I feel. I feel like this is honestly my purpose. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to make a product that, in my opinion, and the opinion of many others, is the best that's around. And when you eat it, man, it takes you back to a time when you were a kid, when your mother, your grandmother, or a family member made this product for you, a flan, and you're like, wow, this is just like my mom's, or this is just like my dad's. This is better than my mom's, better than my dad's, better than my abuela's.
Or a totally new rush of flavor to someone that never had
flan before.
Someone's gonna go, wow, this is not crumble that. What is this?
Right. Yeah.
So.
And then the people that I've had, come up to me and tell me, that they never liked flan, that flan is disgusting, and they don't want to try it. And then I say, listen, this is not your typical flan. This is not what you buy at the grocery store. This is not the 12-pack you get at Walmart for $2.99 because it's just gelatin and flavored water, which that's really what it is. This is a real flan. I put a lot of passion in it. I take my time. I make all this stuff by hand. This is not.
How's their face when they go?
That's the thing. That, a lot of people will taste the flan. They're like, wow, I never knew
that this is
flan. Had I known, and I always say to myself, I would say this to people. And if you know me, you've probably heard this. If I had to judge whether or not I like flan from the flan that I normally taste at a grocery store or restaurant, I say I would hate flan. It doesn't taste good. That's because you've never had a good flan. Flan, in my opinion, comes in 3 different ways. Jiggly, snotty flan, you get an overcooked egg quiche flan, or you have a creamy, dense, delicious flan, which I make, and there's a lot of people that make good flans. So I can't take that away from other people. But, to be named the best, and that is key. Consistency is key, because you can make a good flan today, but doesn't mean it's going to be good tomorrow.
You are on it all the time.
And that's very hard. That's very difficult. It took me a very long time. It took me many years. It took me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different recipes, altering, a little bit here, a little bit there, to come up with my product. I started off with a fantastic, phenomenal flan, probably one of the best flan recipes that you would have ever tasted anyway, which was my mom's. But with hers, I altered it to the point to where it is now, which is what I sell. This has been one heck of a journey. I'm sure it's going to continue to be one heck of a journey. And for me, I was just recently talking to Mario Nunez of the Tampa Native Show. I don't know if you've heard of him. I did a show with him. He's a really good guy, Tampa Native. You should probably talk to him and tell him about your story like I did. And we ended up talking about a lot of stuff, and it's just, my family has roots here in Ybor City, has been here for many years, and I've always said to myself that I want to do something, and this here with this company, with this business, this is what I want to leave as my legacy. When I leave here, I want my kids, if they choose to do so, to take over, and continue on this flan.
You want to
company and
transcend
business.
what you're doing. You want it to transcend.
Yeah, I ended up, I went to high school, I did some college and stuff, and I learned many different things along the way, but I never felt like anything was really meant for me. My family was in the jewelry business. Truth be told, I really didn't like it. That's why I didn't continue it or make it my career. It wasn't necessarily about the money, like we just spoke about. This is what moves me. This is what makes me feel like I have a purpose, that there's a meaning for what I do and why I do it. You know, I really put, like I've said, I put a lot of love, passion, and desire into my products. And now that I'm mentioning it, let me say off the wall here, you can still find my products if you're out there looking for it at Rolling Oats there in, off of McDill and Cypress in Tampa. Lazzaro's Italian Market in St. Pete, which I'll be making a delivery to here shortly later on this afternoon. 7-Eleven right across the street here from Tabanero Cigar here in Ybor
And
City.
after this plan had happened, because we talked about it before this happened, about bringing the plans, we should have the time to get together and do it. We will have it also here.
Awesome. That'd be really cool. There's one thing that I did with one more place, let me say, was Nature's Food Patch in Clearwater. And they have another store in Dunedin, and then they transfer products back and forth. But one thing that I did with you, using your tobacco leaves that you provided to me, was I made the world's first cigar or tobacco infused flan that we tried here.
It was pretty good.
And it was phenomenal. It was fantastic, actually.
If you're a cigar aficionado,
yeah,
it would be pretty interesting.
yeah. You know, we did that. We debuted that over at the Cigar Festival here in Ybor City, and it was a hit. It was a hit. To pair those two things together, it was awesome. I would definitely like to do something like that here with you. You know, we talked about it in the past. We need to come up with something either like that intense espresso that I did with you, or something that has some type of cigar infused flavors or something. I think it would be really cool to do something different like that. And that's what I do. I do stuff that I try to do something that nobody else has. I don't like to copy other people. A lot of people copy what you do, copy what I do, which is fine.
Which at the beginning we get upset now,
Yeah.
but after we reflect a little bit about it, that makes you feel good because someone means that you're doing something right.
Right.
Someone is copying you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that at some point, and it's going to happen, we will do some custom packaging. We'll do some good custom packaging to put the glass yards
Yeah,
inside.
that's something we had spoken about. Yeah, I'm working on some. I'll show you afterwards. I'm showing some. I'm doing a lot of working with a lot of companies to do some packaging for me for my shipment. I got some stuff in. After all this started with the coronavirus stuff, it's put a halt on all these companies that do the manufacturing, so everything is on hold. But I'm sure I'll come back strong with the packaging, and because I have to, I want to. It's something that I absolutely have to do.